Number 5 holds many different meanings for our residents.
Who is the hero?
It's the number of boroughs.
The Mets win it.
It's also the number designated for third base and for the iconic figure for the Mets.
Number 5, David Wright.
What a play with the bare hand.
Incredibly crazy that I'm drafted by my favorite team.
It's out of here.
I've been wearing this uniform for half my life now.
Holy smokes.
Flair for the dramatic. Up comes the apple for the captain.
I truly bleed orange and blue.
The 4th captain in the history of the New York Mets. Back into the lineup with thunder.
Every night it felt like I had 40,000 friends and family genuinely rooting for me to succeed.
The captain's gone deep.
This is love. I mean, I can't say it anything else. This is love.
Well, tomorrow should be quite a day at Citi Field as David Wright, the Met captain, is getting his number 5 jersey retired, and he's also being inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's going to happen Sunday, July 20th. There's also a bobblehead is going to be given out to the first 15,000 fans, and we're pleased to be joined in studio by the man himself, David Wright, also joined by a couple of his former teammates. Al Leiter, who was there when David got called up.
Yep.
And Cliff, you were there. In fact, I heard you saying David was your rookie. You did a little rookie hazing. Is that right?
Of course I did. Yeah, he had to carry my suitcase and had to do some stuff.
Cliff took care of me, though. He bought me my first suit, my custom suit. You know, the pants were like... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is kind of the early 2000s.
Steve Harvey's.
Yeah.
I bought his first beer. Suit, beer.
That makes sense. That totally tracks. David, as you look at this and get ready for this weekend, as I said, it's only just the second time that a player has both had his number retired by the Mets and inducted into the Team Hall of Fame. The other player was Tom Seaver. I mean, when you hear that, what comes to mind?
I mean, undeserving is probably the first thing that comes to mind, but, you know, just what a humbling honor. I mean, people always ask, did you ever dream about this? And I think all of us up here can explain that this is something that you can never dream of, playing in the big leagues. You know, the 1% of the 1% of the 1%, but then getting a chance to spend your entire career with your favorite team and then receive these types of individual honors at the end of it. It's just, I'm waiting for somebody, you know, tomorrow to be like, psych, you know, be the best prank ever.
But you know what? It's remarkable that.
Get over here. What are you doing now?
It's how many years has it been since you last played?
Like played or actually played a game? My last couple years I didn't play much, but 2018 was my last year.
But yet you still. Your legacy with the fan base, it still resonates. I mean, you are held in such high regard by not just the fans, but also your contemporaries. What does that mean to you?
Well, I think it comes from a fairly humble upbringing. My father was a police officer. My mother drove our school bus. So it was the community was a bring your lunch pail to work, blue collar mentality. And I think that's what Mets fans, that's what resonates with them. And I tried to bring that mentality every day to the ballpark, taught by, you know, 2 of the best and 2 of my favorite teammates standing next to me, is that these guys would not allow me to veer off that path. You know, these guys kept me on that path, made sure that not only was I getting better on the field, but I was becoming a better teammate and a leader in the clubhouse. And that's thanks to these 2 guys.
And the ceremony, by the way, is going to be on MLB Network. So
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be holding it live. All right, I'm going to peel off here and let you 3 former teammates go through some of the memories here, but you're in good hands. So David Wright in studio.
Thanks,
Take it away, Al.
All right, so before you go in, Cliff, because you got a lot of video, but having been in the big leagues for a period of time when you got called up, and I was already with the Mets for 5 or 6 years, 6 years. There's always big prospects that get called up. And you always hear about, hey, did you hear about Cliff Floyd? Oh, there's another guy, David Wright's coming up. And there's always a hesitation of like, more about behavior. And you mentioned your parents, and I know that's where your humility comes. The reason why New York fans loved you because you're honest and you're out front and you play hard. But I did want to go to a place prior to that, because I want to think, as I grew up a Mets fan as well as you did down in Norfolk, New Jersey, that my old teammate, Mike Hampton, deciding to leave, we got David Wright with the 38th pick overall because of a free agent going to Colorado. So
because of the school system.
Wherever you all are there, Hampton, thank you. But all kidding aside, when we saw you come up, you mentioned Cliff, and of course, we've been remiss without John Franco in the conversation of how you try to treat a kid as to whether he gets it or not. And you got it. your humility and your hard work. I thought about, I just wanted to go to that first year in 2004. When you got called up, it was in July. I think we were playing Montreal. There was some hoopla around it because we knew about you. A few years in the minor leagues. We knew about you in spring training that year, big league camp. And this is ends up being your first hit. There was a second day. Just take us in this moment of what it felt like. And then I wanted to put in that bomb here in Montreal a couple days later.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say what we did after the game.
Well, just for me, though, I don't want to go back to something because, I think that you guys aren't giving yourselves enough credit for the types of leaders that you were. I mean, I think for a young kid, 21 years old, coming up to New York for the second time in my life, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to dress. I didn't know what time to be at the ballpark. And I couldn't have asked for a better group of veteran players that made me feel comfortable right away. It could have been easy for you guys to say, okay, the Rook can go, eat McDonald's for dinner. But no, you guys said, hey, let's go out to dinner as a group. And that made me feel comfortable in the clubhouse, which translated to feeling comfortable on the baseball field. And I think that's...
But David, you got it.
Well, you guys made me get it.
But there were plenty of guys, and I won't get into the other side of it, of where you get pushback and you kind of see the kids like, okay, he's going to learn the hard way. You wanted to embrace it. I did. There's so many nice things to say about you, but...
I think the biggest thing is embracing it in New York City. That, to me, was like where I looked at him. Was like, he won't need us as much as we think. And then you look at all the things you accomplish, and we're going to get into it in all your greatest moments in that jersey. But just, for me, it was organic. It was real. Like, it wasn't, I had to because Larry Walker and Marquise Grissom's taught me in Montreal. It was more of, how do I get this dude to settle in and kind of just be himself? And however, Charlie, our equipment manager, set him in our clubhouse, situated him, we were supposed to just allow him to be him. But New York City's not like that. And that was the difference in how he went about his business, where I felt like, oh, he ain't gonna need us as much. Like, he got it. And that was the difference for me. Was
that part of it easy, what we're talking about? It's easy to get caught in New York City at 3 in the morning and doing something stupid.
That's why I knew he couldn't hang with me.
It's keeping you from not doing something stupid.
If you think I got it so early, why'd I have to carry your luggage around for so long?
Because, see, listen, Larry Walker had me give him drinks on the plane, right? Well, whatever, water, as soon as I got on the plane, I didn't sit down. I was like, hey, here you go, Larry. Hey, here goes Marquise. And I said, well, I have to give him something, like where he gonna at least know he's, he's a rookie. And so I just give him my little roll bag.
Roller bag.
And I fill it up with Jet magazine, and, and then we'll go to TSA, and I'm like, this is what we have to do to make him, just keep him there.
What do you got here, Cliff?
And so I'm gonna go through some of his really, really big moments in that Mets unit. And look, you see that guy out there in left field? He wasn't getting it.
We would have never had this moment had you just gone and caught the ball that you're supposed to catch.
But let me ask you something. When did you think that you... See, look at me out there. I'm coming to save the day. I'm coming to save the day. But I'm saying to myself, when did you know you was going to get that ball with your bare hand? Like, I mean, when you
ended up in my bare hand.
So you're looking this way, and then you go, well, I can't catch it with my glove?
Well, you get a ball hit over your head, and your first instinct is just go get it. Kind of like a wide receiver.
Right.
And then I look over, and it's over my other shoulder. And it's like, there's no way I can get my glove.
You know what I see
as
if me being your teammate in the dugout as a pitcher? I appreciate you.
Of course.
No, but I know.
You don't appreciate me? I'm coming to save him.
I appreciate you staying out of his way. All right, what's another way, Cliff?
All right, that was one. That's why I'm like, okay, here goes the walk-off Mariano.
Anything against the Yanks.
But this is the best part. Okay, the ball goes over JD's head out there in center field. I get it. But we're going to show that. You was like, go. Talk about that for a second. And then the boys, Jose.
I mean,
how cool was this moment?
That was my, I made it moment for me.
Was it?
If I can come and at least for one at bat beat the best, Mariano Rivera, then maybe I belong here. And I think that they gave me a ton of confidence. Against the Yankees, where the Subway Series was a big deal. It's kind of side story with this. I flew my family in for this. They didn't like to come often because they thought they were bothering me. So I flew them up. Their flight from Virginia got delayed. They sat down in the 6th or 7th inning. I struck out. It's like, oh, here we go. And then walked off.
And then you walked off.
Awesome.
All right, we got another one for you. Take you back after you see the boys come show you some love.
Why do you think you were so liked?
This is the last.
Oh, this is a Cliff
2006.
Floyd highlight. I like this. Yes,
Well,
yeah,
I only
go.
put myself in there because we're gonna show you in a second.
I'm actually shocked I didn't have to go catch that one.
Cliff, do you got it?
I was like, hey, be careful. I was hoping the ball wouldn't hit to me. But that was your boy. Y'all held down that left side of the infield, didn't you?
Yeah, that was fun. And he made me such a better third baseman because of the ground that he covered and his
Right.
arm. To this
Do
day.
you get the sense, I know you do, because when you became the veteran leader, you used to mess with guys.
Oh, yeah.
Start
Yeah.
with Jacob deGrom and
Oh, yes.
others.
Oh, yes.
But do you get it? Did you see the guys that you're like, eh?
Yes.
And then you're like, ooh, I like that.
And just how I felt, the guys that you can mess with, it's almost like a elementary school, kind of attitude where if I mess with you, that means I like you.
Yes.
And if you can take it, I like you even more. You know
Right.
what I mean? And that's kind of how
The
Jacob
guy-
deGrom had a lot of Daisy Duke cut off jean shorts because of me. He'd go mouthing off because he likes to talk, and we'd get into it a little bit.
Oh, wait, you
and
cut
I'd come
the
back
man's shorts?
Oh, and we'd parade him through we'd have to go.
By the
eat
way,
dinner
I'm not
in
going to sidebar because we got to do this on television,
Yes.
but Jake is relentless on my kid in Texas right now. And I said, you got that.
You can thank me for that.
From David.
And then it comes full circle. You to me,
The
and
baton.
yes. So Jake's a special human being.
All right, I got one more for you. This is one coming back from injury where you battled. Now I know for a fact, we'll listen to Jay Horowitz, right, who's the best in the business, best PR. You didn't want to play this game. Well, it wasn't you didn't want to play.
So I went into Terry's office before this game, and I said, Terry, I had a minor league rehab assignment, and this was kind of the beginning of the end for me, for my back.
Right.
And I must have. I didn't hit anything in my minor league rehab assignment. You had these 18, 19-year-old kids just blowing it by me. If they turned around the back of my baseball card, they must have been like, I should be on the All-Star team, not this guy. And I think that having struggled through that, I went into Terry's office. I said, hey, man, we're rolling right now. Don't play me against lefties, play me however you want to play me. He goes, oh, by the way, you're hitting third tonight. Go get him. And, to be able to do that was like a Cliff Floyd swing. I mean, I don't have that kind of pop. That's your kind of pop.
You know
right
why?
there,
You know what? His BP, his batting practice was terrible.
Terrible.
Like terrible. I was just going, can you hit one ball out?
Terrible.
Let me just see what's going to happen at 7:15. What's going to happen?
Well, one of my first spring training moments was watching Cliff take batting practice for the first time. I was number 72, my first spring training. He's hitting balls, and I'm like, I ain't got it. No, I got to go, be a police officer somewhere because this ain't going to be for me because I can't hit it like that.
Oh man.
Although I do remember when you got drafted, you went to Shea Stadium, as they do, and I think you hit a few homers.
Rack, first time meeting Rack. He threw me BP.
Rack.
That's right, Rack.
Yeah.
I still owe Rack some money for throwing BP as much as he did. I got the last one for you.
All right.
This is cool. I think this is the coolest one.
Oh, World Series.
Yeah. World Series. First career at bat. You bridge?
At home, first home run at Citi Field in the World Series.
The atmosphere was nuts.
God. I mean, you remember, you guys both remember how it was at Shea. That
Different.
reminded me so much of Shea right there.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was
Sure.
kind of the first memory where running around the bases was like, this feels like
is it,
Shea.
right?
Like this is the energy that we've been looking for.
Yeah, man.
I don't say it loosely because I'm a small hall guy and all that, but you're also the only Met from start to finish to get the number retired.
Yes.
And we've had some great players.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
obviously
that's
start
me.
with Tom Seaver.
So here, we got to see Olivia. That's your oldest.
Yep.
Throw out that first pitch to you, and then you run on the field for the last time. I'm there. It got eerie quiet in the box up there with the Wilpons because obviously we knew this was your last game, and the tears up there were flowing. But just take me through that moment for you.
Very few athletes, and this wasn't, get to kind of write their ending. And this wouldn't have been the ending that I wrote, but I was very fortunate to get that one game send off where that was the first time that my 2-year-old and newborn got a chance to see me play a big league game. My family, friends, and most importantly, to say thank you to the organization, to the fan base, for taking me in and becoming kind of an honorary New Yorker.
Well, it's one thing. She took out the mama.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. And at that point, she had a stronger arm than me, I think. So.
That's good.
Yo, you know what,
deserved,
man?
Look forward to tomorrow.
Absolutely. I look forward to tomorrow.
Thank you. You guys are the best.
By the way,
Really
I'm
mean
glad
it.
you invited me party.
Really mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the
It's
best.
gonna be awesome.
Thanks, guys.